you. In Focus now, former acting ICE Director Ron Vittiello. He also served as U.S. Border Patrol Chief and Deputy Commissioner. You know, first of all, welcome to the program. As we watch this, it is just sickening. I want to know your top-line thoughts on where we are with keeping America safe, especially our children.
Well, this poor girl, Jocelyn, our hearts go out to her friends and her family, all of her loved ones. She deserved better. She deserved better than a border that's in complete chaos. She deserved better leadership in the White House that says that there wasn't a crisis at the border, that someone else broke it, and that they inherited a broken system, and that he tried and tried and tried, and he needed Congress's help, but then all of a sudden he gave 500,000 people the effect of amnesty. And so her family and the people of Houston, the rest of us, all of America, deserve better leadership than we're getting out of the White House as it relates to a border that is completely out of control. And yeah, it's bad at the border. It's bad for the front line and their families. It's bad, in the region around Mexico. But it's much worse for that family today. And I can only pray that those prosecutors do their best that they can, and the jury that eventually gets seated for these cases has discernment and puts these people away for a very, very long time, because that's what they deserve.
You know, I've wanted to ask you, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity now to get to this point. Yeah, I thought that there were people who were always part of government, irrespective of their politics, who would do the right thing. What is really going on with Mayorkas, the DHS secretary? I mean, is he feeling pressure from the White House? I want to get into it now because Republicans tried to impeach him. They've tried to do everything to get him out of that job. And this is part of what's gotten here. He's driven us into a ditch.
I truly don't know what it's in his heart. I can tell you that the work that I previously did with him, and I know him as a family man, as a father of at least one daughter, that he cares about, humanity and his own background as an immigrant like my own. But I don't understand what direction he takes from the White House that allows him to know exactly how to solve this problem, but yet continues to drive down a road that puts us into the worst border surge than we've ever seen. And yeah, they made some adjustments. They did this, amnesty rule that allows us to expel people, and that apparently there's a 25% decrease. But we're still in record territory. The cartels are still in control. We still have an out-of-control fentanyl problem, human trafficking, more deaths at the border, more terrorist-related individuals. So I don't know what he's thinking. I can tell you that I couldn't be in the chair that he sits right now, because there's no way that I could allow the White House to set the agenda that is really destroying what happens at the border and all the control we had, and has for the last 3+ years. But now it's affecting every city and town in America.
Absolutely. Ron, thank you for the transparency there, because I struggle. I want to know, where are the good people who care on this issue? But the White House is in charge, as you just laid out. You couldn't do it, but some people could take those directions. Critics continue to go after far-left Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal for her disgusting reaction to comments from Joy Reid. Look at this.
Our banner said, soon Biden announces legal protections for undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens. CNN's banner said, Biden announces new protections for some undocumented spouses. Here was Fox's banner, migrant arrested for raping 13-year-old in New York City.
Yes.
And so I think that's part of the problem, right?
Exactly.
Is that you have
that's
a lot of fear-mongering.
Exactly.
They laughed at that. Homeland Security Committee Chairman Mark Green told the New York Post, unfortunately, Ms. Pramila Jayapal's callous and heartless response to these tragedies represents how many on the left, including in Washington, view those impacted by the Biden administration's open borders, how they view them. They don't even view them as human, apparently, Ron.
Yeah, I don't know where her constituency is. I think it's probably California. But, what's going on here? How could she laugh in the face of such things? I think Jocelyn's mother is laughing about what's going on right now. And for her to pretend that this isn't a problem, and knowing full well exactly what needs to be done to give resources to the border, to reform asylum, to give the president direction on making this problem smaller, and then she's going to laugh about it. That's the pinnacle of journalism there on that other network also. It's a big joke. This isn't a real problem. It's a real problem for the men and women who work hard in this country, the men and women who are waiting in line to get their green cards, the men and women who are waiting in line to get their visas for years and years, paying all the fees, repaying the fees, getting their fingerprints, all the things that they have to do to wait in line, and she just could care less about what goes on at the border.
Yeah, and I think you make a good point. It doesn't really matter where her jurisdiction is. We're all Americans in this together. We have to care about each other, and the policies affect all of us. As you put it, it's not just a border problem anymore, by far. Ron Vittiello, great to talk with you. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.